John Tester, I think what's unique about him is that he actually cares about the individuals, which I think is really different than a lot of people in Washington, D.C. He really prioritizes veterans, which I think is really good, and he also prioritizes affordable education, which is really important to me as a student. As well, I think it's really impressive that he's able to work across party lines to get things done. I think most people can agree that he has good policies if he can work with President Donald Trump to pass 20 bills in his term with Donald Trump, which I think is really impressive considering a lot of people can't work across party lines. So I think a lot of people would agree that John Tester is a good candidate with good policies.
Okay. I, in response, would say, John Tester, he definitely puts up front that he has a lot of really good policies, and I agree with his policies. The one thing is that we've seen time and time again, he says all these awesome things here in Montana, but then he goes to Washington and votes against some of the very things that he advertises that he's an advocate for. Matt Rosendale, he has very similar policies. They both have really good policies about immigration and just different ways about going about it. And with Matt Rosendale siding with President Trump on everything and President Trump siding with Matt Rosendale, it's two peas in a pod, and it's working really well, and hopefully it'll work really well in the future if Matt Rosendale gets elected. He's been living here with his wife on their ranch in Glendive for, I think it's about 20 plus years now, and they were searching the nation for a place to live, and they came to Montana because they respected Montana's values and they saw that they coincided with their own. And so, if you can harmonize with the place where you're living, then you're definitely going to be caring more for it.
I would definitely say John Tester, as a third-generation Montana dirt farmer, harmonizes with Montana values definitely more than Matt Rosendale, being from Maryland. And I would just say that John Tester, as a third-generation Montana dirt farmer, is much better fit to take office, and in the past has been able to work with Republicans to get things done. I don't see any evidence that Matt Rosendale would be able to do the job as well as John Tester, considering all of John Tester's experience. Personally, having met John Tester, I would say that he's a really good man, and he has good morals, and he really is just a good person. He makes an effort wherever he goes to interact with the people and hear their opinions. Personally, I saw him talk to at least 30 people at a small ice cream social in Missoula. He made an effort to talk to each individual, which I think shows a lot of compassion, and it shows that he really cares about what he's doing.
I personally have not met Matt Rosendale or John Tester, but my family has had run-ins with Matt Rosendale and John Tester, and Matt Rosendale just by far has really good character. I'm not saying that John Tester has bad character. I'm just saying that Matt Rosendale has made some better character. As a prairie farmer over in Glendive, and his neighbors are other farmers, when their crops were burning up, he was one of the first guys over there helping them re-fence and everything over there. And looking at John Tester, doesn't quite seem like he's worked a hard day in his life for a while. He's been going with the government money for a long time, whereas Matt Rosendale is still a hard worker and still respects his hometown. And I just drove through Big Sandy, and I haven't seen a single John Tester sign in his hometown.